The most important aspect of paintball is the fundamentals, just like any other sport. You got to be able to dribble the basketball before you can run and start going through your legs, behind your back, crossing people over, taking people to the rack like I do. It's just like paintball. You got to be able to hit your targets when you come out and see them, okay? You see so many players these days that have wide open shots and just blow their shots as soon as they come out. So snap shooting is always the #1 most important fundamental that you can work on. So we're going to come out here today, and I just want to tell you that it's very important that when you go through these drills and start practicing your snap shooting, do them as slowly and as fundamentally sound as possible. Come out, take your time, and take well-aimed shots and get comfortable with the gun that you're using. I use the Smart Part Shocker. I know how this gun shoots. I've been using it for a few years now, so I know that when I come out, how I'm holding my gun, where the ball's going to go is always going to be the same. So to practice snap shooting, we use every different obstacle that you might encounter on a field at different distances to try and make sure that when you be in any spot on the field, you'll feel comfortable coming out and taking well-aimed shots. So to practice, we like to start off by taking just like 5 shots from each side. You got to be able to use both hands, so that's why it's important to practice with both hands and get comfortable so when you're playing on the field, you're doing everything as fundamentally sound as possible. So we're going to start with this temple. We're going to go from 3 different stances. We're going to start with the temple. We're going to use a little baby tombstone and a stand-up can. So we're going to simulate shooting from like an athletic stance, the most natural position that you'd be in any sport, with your knees bent, your elbows and your gun tucked in, with your gun in front of your face and your knees bent. You're going to come out and take a couple snapshots from the temple. All right, and then we're going to move on to working for shooting from our knees. Make sure to do everything properly. We're going to shoot from one knee behind this little temple, on balance. You notice from the last pro school, usually you find these bunkers in the snake. See how Brandon Short likes to get himself positioned so he's stable so he can come out and snap shoot. Always want to make sure that you're in a good position so where your center of gravity is balanced so that you can just come out and take well-aimed shots comfortably. This is how I like to do it. Switch hands. All right. Then we're going to move over to the stand-up can. Similar athletic stance. Elbow tucked in. Ground on your nose, knees bent. Little head check. When doing your snap shooting, make sure you go everything. Make sure to check everything off so that you're doing it properly. Have your knees bent beyond your toes. Have your elbows tucked in. Your body square to your opponent. And do everything properly. And then pick up the pace and start doing it faster and faster as you get better and better. You can never do enough snap shooting practice. There's one thing, it's like shooting free throws in basketball. You can never do enough. Just keep shooting and shooting and shooting. Always take a couple times, at the end of the day of practice or before the day of practice, get out there and do some extra snap shooting. It'll help your game drastically. All right, friends. First thing we're going to talk about today is beards and how cool beards are. A very important part of paintball is having a really great beard. It's just like hockey. You can't be a fighter. You can't get in the mix and get your hands dirty and get bloody and get crazy if you don't have a really ferocious looking beard. So make sure that you get a nice thick beard going as soon as you can, and you keep it rugged and dirty and grungy and funky, and you'll be a good paintball player.